Hello!
Hello! We're back.
We're back, and it's Monday.
It's Monday. Wow. We're switching it up. We are changing our streaming days now from Friday to Monday for a bunch of different reasons. Just to try something new, first of all, maybe see if the algorithm blesses us a bit more on Mondays when people are staying home. And also just because things are really picking up. Restaurants are opening on the inside now, and we often have to work on Fridays. So this works good for us.
And actually, a couple weeks ago, we were invited to a restaurant opening, and that's why we couldn't do the stream. So things just keep coming up on Fridays, and this was something that we started doing while we were locked down for our many months of lockdown here in Toronto, and things have just changed a bit, and we gotta adapt.
We gotta adapt, baby.
So here we are. If you're here, let us know in the chat.
Say hi, Emily. Hi, Emily.
Hi.
Today we have grilled cheese.
I burned them.
This is the good side. I'll show you the other side. Here it comes. Oh.
I burned them really badly.
Oh, maybe that's the same side pretty much.
It's still good though.
Yeah, we used applewood smoked. I'm going to just give this I'm going to get crumbs all over my computer.
Applewood smoked is definitely the most like real cheese I've ever had.
Wow. That is the money shot, baby.
She's beautiful.
She's beautiful. She's great. And we're out of focus.
Yeah.
Bink.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, it's imported from the UK. And we got it a few months ago in Toronto, and it's so good. This is like an aged cheddar.
It's so tasty. And we also have soup.
Tomato soup, which I don't know, is that a Canadian thing, having tomato soup and grilled cheese?
Oh,
I don't know.
I've never heard that. I think it's a pretty common thing, I would imagine. Okay, I think we're in focus. Ooh, wow, I was just about to make grilled cheese.
Damn.
Make it and then eat it with us. I think that's... It's so good. I haven't had grilled cheese in forever.
Yeah, me neither.
And this is amazing, especially with the applewood smoked. Mwah, so good.
Classic.
Anyway, we gotta cut to the chase, folks. We got a great show for you today. We've got lots of information, lots of talking points, and maybe a little fun game at the end. So stick around.
Yes.
Stick around.
Stick around.
Okay, sick. Should we jump into it?
Yeah.
What else are we... Oh, so we also just got back from... If you follow us on our socials, you see that we were at a sanctuary, an animal sanctuary, near the beautiful town of Chatham, Kent. Now, this... how did we find out about the sanctuary again? It was...
Our friend, Mike, who is a videographer who we've worked with before, him and his cousin Brad, they let us know about this sanctuary that unfortunately had an arson. I think we've mentioned it at past weeks on streams, but if you're watching and you didn't watch that stream, I'll just recap. They had an arson, unfortunately, and it's actually their second arson. They had one recently, and then they had one in August of 2020, and in the first one, unfortunately, a bunch of animals died. Very, very sad. That's under investigation by the police right now. But our friends just basically were like, they could use some support from the vegan community. And we got in contact and they were like, yeah, come on down. And the vlog is going to be incredible. Not only did we go to the sanctuary, but when we were there, we found out that our Airbnb owner, it manages the local animal shelter as well. So day 1 we did the sanctuary, and day 2 we went to the animal shelter, and oh my god, it was like so fulfilling. All these animals, like we got to feed them. We held so many animals. We met so many pigs.
Marley was afraid there weren't going to be any pigs at the sanctuary.
Because they haven't really updated their website, and they didn't have any pigs on the website, and I'd never met a pig, so I was a little sad. And then they had the majority of their... Like, the most animals they had are pigs.
Yes. Oh, hi, Pablo. Hi, Mahet.
Hi, thanks for coming,
Thanks
guys.
for coming.
Thanks for moving.
We were sort of scared just before stream. We're like, what if no one comes? And we're just eating grilled cheese.
Into the void.
Eating into the void. Oh, my God.
But yeah, this vlog, our friends brought, like, drone cameras.
Yeah.
Like, it's going to be... crazy. Like, Taylor's editing this one, and it's gonna be a hell of an edit.
Yeah, I'm excited. I like the challenge.
I'm so excited. And then we obviously, like, there was not a single vegan restaurant in this entire, like, county.
No.
So we just had to eat fast. We ate fast food a lot, which was interesting.
Yeah, we went to A&W and Tim Hortons Tim Hortons notoriously has like very little vegan options. They had a vegan breakfast sandwich for a while, but then I guess people didn't eat it enough. Like it wasn't. I'm not really sure.
Not off-brand for them as like a Canadian,
traditional
Canadian thing.
Yeah, so they got rid of it, but A&W came in clutch, and we packed food. So, we went to Boston Pizza, and we're completely. I mean, I guess you'll see, but we went to Boston Pizza,
and it was great.
Oh, my mom's here. Hi, Mom.
Hi, Carrie.
What else? Oh, and we wanted to talk. I mean, maybe should we save the information on some of the animals there? But I just want to say we did meet a pig. A lot of the pigs at the farm were potbelly pigs, which are a product of the tiny pig, teacup pig industry. Yeah. Because those pigs don't exist. They're regular pigs that are babies, and then they get bigger. They're not huge, but they're like this big, and they're like
dog sized. Yeah.
Yeah, and they like to dig and ruin your floors and things. They're not an inside animal. So there were a lot of those pigs. Yeah. But there were several. I guess like farm pigs, escapees, which I thought was so cool. One of them was a really young one who fell off of a transport truck and was phoned in on the highway. Someone was like, "There's a pig here. You should probably come catch him." Yeah, and he's just living his best life, and I just think that's amazing.
Was 1,000-pound pig as well. His name was Romeo. You'll see him in the vlog. Oh my god, a goat took me out at one point. I was feeding the goats and I had a box of treats, and this one goat I think just was done waiting for me. Yeah. And just took me out.
Yeah. I was scared.
Pushed me on the fence, knocked the box out of my hands, and then all the goats went for the box.
Yeah, went and ate all the food. It was very funny.
If you've been on our TikTok, you saw that we also met a 35-pound cat named Boots, and I'm honestly brokenhearted that I didn't take Boots home, but realistically, Boots needed to stay and be rehabilitated. Assistance. Yeah. Boots was surrendered by her owner, who apparently was very mentally ill and having a particularly rough time. And Boots, I don't know what contributed to her weight gain. They were saying that she was probably only fed like high calorie wet food and didn't have much space to move. So, but she was so sweet. Oh my god,
she was so sweet. We met kittens.
We held a snake.
Oh, it's so get excited. Yeah. We're already hyping it up so much, but it should be out soon. Stay tuned.
Yes.
We want to update you on shirts.
Sweaters, sweatshirts.
Sweaters. Yeah. We have all the sweaters, and we're just waiting on the transfers to come, and then we should be sending them out hopefully next week.
By transfer, she means the part that like
puts the design on the shirt, like the vinyl that goes on the shirt. So
we're gonna be making them ourselves, as we've mentioned before. So we'll probably film a vlog while we do that.
Yeah.
So you can see us.
Yeah, it'll be fun. It'll be good. Oh, and then next on the docket, we had a comment recently, as we get on our videos that we make for the platform, and this person said that we just wanted to share it because we think it's silly. The person said that their logic was that if a vegan's friend goes out of their way to buy their friend vegan food to accommodate them, the vegan should show the same courtesy to the omnivore friend and buy them meat things, because that's just respect.
Yeah.
And that just is not the case.
Yeah, because it's that we're choosing not to participate. We're taking ourselves out of that industry. We're choosing not to participate, whereas that other person isn't removing that in a way, or removing anything. They're still open to participating in all of these systems. So I think it, like, would you say that to this person? I respond, would you say the same thing to a Jewish or a Muslim person who didn't want to buy pork for someone?
Yes.
Or so many other
restrictive
philosophical beliefs or religions.
Yeah.
So I just thought that comment was particularly like,
they didn't
low IQ for me. I didn't.
You're not wrong. Yeah. I was kind of like, okay. Hello, Taylor Marshall.
Hi.
Welcome to our Monday show.
Yeah, let us know what you guys think about that comment.
Tell us your thoughts. And Marley has a very new, exciting job.
I do. I am working with the Toronto Vegetarian Association, which is actually a vegan association. they've just been around for 75 years, and back in the day we didn't have the word vegan. They will be rebranding, I believe, in the future, but I am the festival coordinator, so I am working on Veg Fest 2021, which is historically the largest event of its kind in North America. So I'm going to be like a lead on that, and it's going to be pretty cool. And obviously, with the COVID situation last year, they did a fully digital festival, but this year we're able to do like a small event in person. So we're going to be doing, like a bit of a vendor market as they normally do.
And it'll be at this, for anyone who's in Toronto or Toronto area, that it's at the Steam Whistle. Oh, never mind. I can't talk about it. Yeah. And I'm hearing some tidbits, and I'm excited about it. So if you're in the area, be sure. How are they keeping it smaller? Are they only selling a limited amount of tickets?
There's going to be like less vendors in general, but there's also going to be. It's always free. Like that's part of their mandate is that it has to be a free event to make it accessible to the public. But it will like require a registration, so you can control like the capacity.
Very cool. And when is it? September?
Yeah, September 11th and 12th. And we may be having, I can't say, but we may be having a very, very, very high profile keynote speaker. So
we can't say anything.
And obviously, like, that will be digital, so you can access that wherever in the world you are. So yeah, follow the Toronto Vegetarian Association on socials.
Yeah.
Hi, Lee.
Hi, Lee. Hi. You did make it.
Thank you guys for coming and accommodating our Monday change. As we were saying at the beginning, if you missed it, things have just been changing so much and like opening up that like we've been getting invited to things on Friday nights. We went to the opening of the new Odd Burger globally local location who like they always give us food for the stream. So yeah, we just thought Mondays are a day that like people tend not to really do much. And if we're getting busy, you're probably getting busy too on Fridays, so.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true. Taylor has never been to a Veg Fest. It is very fun. It's so exciting because you just get to see all of the vendors. You know, you get to see all of the people who are doing the thing. And you get to try so many yummy foods.
I think in a way it's more fun because other like omni food is considered the default, of course. So you tend to have like a specific type of food festival, like a rib fest or like whatever culture's food. Whereas because vegan food is niche, like you can have everything there. Like you can have like vegan banh mi here. You can have vegan cupcakes here. And I think that that's what's so awesome about it. And I think it like helps like gets people to see how good and accessible vegan food can be.
Yeah, 100%. And
we actually shot a vlog in 2019 in our early days of YouTube. If you want to like see what that event was like pre-COVID, it's somewhere on our channel.
Yeah, and there's also a lot of really great not only food but just vegan products in general. So if you're in the market for some things, that's a place to get them. Yeah, super great. Okay, great. So we're going to move into news and pop culture. Would you like to take it away?
So let's open this one up.
Maybe. Yeah. That's a good idea.
So this week, Beyond Meat's CEO made a statement saying that basically saying that he believes that at some point plant-based meat will replace animal meat the way that cell phones replaced landlines. We're doing it on the fly, people. We're doing it on the fly.
How the heck did this happen?
I don't know. You're on the wrong layer. Yeah, so basically saying that he believes that in the future plant-based meat will replace animal meat. And I think that that's pretty interesting. Like, I don't always think about what the future is going to look like that far in advance. But, like, do you guys think about it? Like, what are your predictions for animal meat? Like, is it going to become widely frowned upon? more and more
Animal
widely,
meat.
more and more widely frowned upon, especially with the rise of cell meat.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like every time I go on like veg news or plant-based news, there is like a new company like making a plant-based meat or getting into cell meat. There was even an article about Nestle getting into cell meat this week.
Really?
Yeah, they're working with an Israeli cell meat lab.
Wow.
Which is basically, this article was about like, is it good or bad? Because Nestle is obviously not the best,
Not the most
company.
ethical company.
But obviously cell meat is a thing that could really
Bring in money,
help our world and help animals.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, what do we think of that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what do you think the future is going to look like if you had to guess?
If I had to guess, I do think that cell meat will be prevalent, and I think that leaves a very exciting space for like, what are we going to do with all this what are we going to do with all of this infrastructure for the animal agriculture industry? Because I imagine that these meat industries are likely to pivot into cell meat. Unfortunately, that does mean that people will lose some jobs, but I think that that's just a consequence of
Innovation. Yeah.
But I think that, cell meat. But then I also wonder what then will happen with like vegans. Like, are we almost going to become obsolete in a way if...
I don't think so. Maybe. I don't know. Well, it's like, what is the purpose of a vegan? Like, how does one become obsolete? I feel like obsolete like implies
maybe I used the wrong word.
Yeah. It might mean that there are, as I said, I think I said in a previous stream that I feel like there will be a term coined for a person who engages with cell meat, but
not
but not animal meat. Because I feel like, I don't know, like if you can like, maybe we will consider people to be vegan who do eat that, maybe, or maybe we'll just coin a new term.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah. And then I guess a vegan would still be a person who eats and lives the way that we do, with different, like, not buying like products like fur and stuff, obviously, and all that stuff. So yeah. I guess we wouldn't be like,
because if you're eating the cell meat, you're not plant-based.
Yeah.
We got a bunch of thoughts.
Oh, let's see them. I hope it'll be lab-grown meat and plant-based meat exclusively. Me too. I think that would be ideal. Beyond Meat burgers are good. I don't care for the sausages, though. Too much like meat. That's something that we've kind of come into as well, is like, it's too realistic. It's weird.
I made a meatloaf once and I was like, this is weird. I don't like it.
I think it will be a luxury item, or as you said, frowned upon, especially if the government pulls their subsidies out. No one will be able to afford it. That's such a good point.
And this is especially going back to the infrastructure. Like, that's integral, that governments start giving subsidies. And like things like the dairy industry, like if they can transition them with subsidies to like oat farming.
Yeah, you have a little crumb.
Like, I think some of the infrastructure can be repurposed, but yeah, of course it's going to be a huge job. But like that's... The dairy industry is tanking as it is.
It's been tanking. That's why there's subsidies.
Also, on TikTok, I've seen so many dairy farmer, like sus Dairy Farmer of Canada ads of just like attractive young dairy farmers or like maybe paid actors or models being like, we've reduced our carbon emissions by 7%. Click below to see how. Guys, and you can't even comment on it. The comments are turned off.
Oh my word.
And the dairy farmers of Canada are desperate as heck to like get their advertising anywhere. Like my roommate works for the Toronto Fringe Festival. Maybe this is too much information, but it's going anyway. Like the dairy farmers of Canada are trying to get their advertisements anywhere, like arts festivals. In the distillery where they always have the Christmas market, they had this big ass like milk glass like installation. Ooh. They're desperate.
Do you remember? I don't remember. I don't know if anyone else got this like in the rest of Ontario, but in our area, our school was part of this, I guess, initiative, basically giant ad
program. Or no?
Yeah, it was a school milk program, but you had to pay like $1 for the milk. And if you got the milk, your name was entered into a draw. And so when there was school assembly, they would reach in and pull the name out. And then you got a little goodie bag of milk products, like milk themed, like erasers and
like
things.
Pencil case.
Yeah. Did anyone else get anything like that? Because that's something that I have like blocked off from my memory until very recently. And I was like, what? Propaganda to the children?
Yeah.
I thought that was, so strange. Taylor says, oh yeah, and about luxury as well. I think it will totally become like a luxury item, but then it's like, I imagine then that only like things like Wagyu beef or something is going to be the things that remain instead of like, but if you can just grow it.
Yeah, there is a company making cell Wagyu.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Wow.
So
we'll see. Pablo is not very optimistic about meat disappearing completely. Taylor says, I'm hoping they tax meat really hard eventually. I could see that maybe in like 50 years when things have transitioned away from like actually growing animals.
We need some progressives in
in
various offices.
You're right.
We need AOC in office. We need Jag Meat.
Emily says, never thought of a meat tax. She likes the idea. Taylor says, yeah, I don't know. I can't see it completely going away, but making it pricier. Yeah, definitely. Hello, David.
Hello, David.
From Sweet Home, Alabama.
Hi.
Welcome. Lee says, yes, I think we may see the end of the dairy industry in North America in our lifetime. I think you're right. I think they've been like,
I know,
struggling hard.
And it's like the most absurd industry. Like when you stop and think about it, we are forcing these cows to give us their breast milk for their babies that we don't need.
The more you think about it, just
what
the weirder
is happening?
It's like a sci-fi movie almost.
I know, it's like once you've seen The Matrix, you're like, what?
This is
are
cows.
we doing?
This is the dairy industry. I just want to not have a label like we're the bad ones. Eventually, everybody will be vegan, and the ones who aren't will have the label. Interesting take.
Yes. It's so. That's the thing about being vegan that's interesting. Is I've really stopped like caring if people think I'm annoying. Like I post. I always say this to Taylor, like there's some things on social media that I see that I won't share to Vegan Yums because that's an audience of people that like already knows this information that I don't need to like tell them about farrowing crates. But on my personal account, I'm like, that's an audience of captive
Let them
omnivores.
know, yeah.
And I used to be like, oh, like I don't want to like piss anybody off or like alienate anybody. But now I'm like, here it is, folks.
Here it is. There's the truth.
Yeah.
They have to know. And people are always like, I want to be closer to my food. I want to know more. And then this is part of knowing more is the hard truth. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
They have thoughts today. They're chatty.
I love it. Karen says, there was a ton of Got Milk posters everywhere. Yes. Everywhere.
And like celebrities would do the Got Milk ads, remember?
How much money were they paying our schools to put, I guess if it's government, I don't know. I don't know anything. I wish people would be able to see a vegan world. That would be so nice. Emily says the dairy industry is the Handmaid's Tale with cows.
Yeah. I know, but
Margaret Atwood.
You say that to people, and they're so like when you're like forcible impregnation, like it's rape essentially, and they're like, no, that's crazy, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Like,
come on, guys, come on. At the rate things have changed in the last 2 years, I'm not sure if I'd say anything at all would take 50 years. Oh, you're right. Things have been going very quickly in the last couple years.
It's true.
Yeah. We're living in the information age, people.
It's true. Like all the products we have now, because we bought the products, we were like, there's a cheese, and then they gave us, and now it's too much. Like it was like there was finally a burger, and we were like, yes, a burger, and then they gave us
another burger,
6,000 burgers, and we're like, can we have? And now chicken.
Oh, yeah.
I swear, again, every time I go on Veg News or Plant Based News, another company's making
some kind
like
of chicken
strips
thing
or something.
Yeah.
I'm thrilled about it, but I want other things too.
Dairy's so gross. Don't even need it. So many non-dairy products now. Yeah, exactly. And so many people makes them sick.
Applewood smoked.
We got our Applewood smoked. It was stretchy. Some of you saw it. How stretchy it was. It was taking bites, and there was like a big cheese pull.
People are always like, I can't melt it. How do you melt it? I'm like, I just do.
You make it warm.
You make it warm.
And then it melts. This would actually be really good because we tried the Korean corn dogs a while ago. Look how stretchy that is. And it wasn't stretchy at all because I used like a homemade cheese that wasn't very stretchy.
Those are still good though.
They were very good. I think this would be amazing in a little corn dog. Can't wait to open a sanctuary eventually. This is one of my goals. My first animal I will rescue will probably be pigeons and chickens though, because I do have experience with birds already. That's cool. Amazing. I love that because I think a lot of people don't like birds as much as they would like a mammal.
Yeah.
So I think that's great, and I hope you open a sanctuary one day as well. I also just remembered, guys, we're doing memberships now. So we have memberships. So if you want to be a member, you get a fun little icon next to your name, and then it changes based on how long you've been. So there's different colors. It's really fun. We can also add emojis. If you think of any fun emojis that you'd like, let us know in the comments. Let us know, and I'll make it. I'm just going to draw it and then upload it, and then you guys can do it. So maybe it's one of us doing something. Maybe it's like a cute animal doing something.
Or a little tofu guy.
Exactly. So let us know about that.
I think they should also be in the Discord if they're a member.
Oh, yes. We can do that, I think. Yeah. I'll look into it.
Yeah. Oh, my God. Look, it's so stretchy.
I know. It's so stretchy. And it's cold now. Like, it's not even hot still. How do you deal... Ooh, we got a question. How do you deal with trying to convince family members to go vegan when they act aggressive towards you? Oh.
This happens. This does happen. I think, like, just sticking with facts as much as possible, which, like, obviously requires the research of them being like, dairy doesn't harm animals, they don't die, and then you learn the information about dairy, assuming that you probably already know, but I guess really understanding things so that you're able to respond in a calm way, and of course like that we're all working towards that, but it's very difficult to not get upset.
It can be very difficult because a lot of these times you want to start the conversation. The goal of the conversation shouldn't be by the end of this conversation with my uncle, I'm gonna make him vegan. He's gonna be vegan by the end of this. You have to plant the seeds. You have to, oftentimes, just like existing as a vegan around people, showing them how good your food is, or wearing cute clothes or makeup or whatever. People will be like, oh, what is that? Where did you get that? And then you can kind of like, let them have the vegan propaganda. Let them know. And so it is difficult, and I think mostly just be as calm as possible. The goal of the conversation should be just like know your info and channel Earthling Ed and just like still like laugh and keep it lighthearted, because otherwise it's just gonna make things worse, and then they won't listen, because people only listen when they feel comfortable and safe. And if you get upset, then they get upset too.
I was also reading a book recently unrelated to veganism. It's called Maybe You Should Talk to Someone. It's written by a therapist about her. It's not a self-help book. It's about her experience going to therapy herself, and how in that period she was going to see this specific therapist, how it impacted her therapy on her patients. Anyway, she goes into in the book how people decide to make big life changes. So she was talking specifically about a girl who had addiction issues. And that I can't remember how many stages, but there are like 6 or 7 stages of like making a big choice. Ooh. And there's even like the pre-ideation stage where like exactly like seeds are just planted. And then you start to spin and like question it. And it's frustrating sometimes because like we have like a few friends that I feel like have been in that stage for so long that we're kind of like, you're like so close, but...
It just hasn't like fully clicked.
Yeah.
But you just have to be patient.
Yeah. Like my mom amazed me when she went vegan. Like after just a few conversations, like eventually it made sense to her.
Yeah. Yeah. Which is amazing.
Yeah. She's very like open to new ideas though, which is like whenever we would have a discussion about like, well, this is what's wrong with the dairy industry, she wouldn't try to like come back at me. She would just be like, oh, that is really bad. And then continue to drink milk. But eventually stopped. Yeah.
I think that's kind of what happened with my family. I think my brother got it without me. I think he would be vegan if I wasn't vegan. Okay. I think he just, you know, looked up the info and was like, oh. And also he's lactose intolerant anyway, so he's like, why would I even try? And so, but with my mom, who I believe is now mostly vegan, I think she is 100% vegan now. Correct me if I'm wrong. I ask every time because I'm never 100% sure. But she would always, like, I would, we got to the point of, like, her being pretty, like, she would acknowledge that the meat and dairy industry was really bad, but then would still kind of be like, well, like, I'll still, like, have it every once in a while. And so I felt comfortable in that kind of, and it depends on your relationship with the person as well, is how I should preface this. Yeah. Is, you have to make sure that what you're saying with them is something that is fine for the conversation, for the relationship. So with my mom, I'd still, like, give her information, like, oh, well, try and, like, disrupt the cognitive dissonance a little bit and be like, well, you know, that came from a cow and the cow's probably not feeling so good. Yeah. Just little things like that. Emily says it's so hard being patient, and you are 100% correct, Emily. Yeah. It is so hard, especially when people, like, interrupt you or something, when they aren't, like, being, like, they just won't, I don't know. But it's just something it's a very useful skill that we gotta learn and do our best to act upon. Ooh, Sam says, hello, hi, Katie and I are here. Hi, Sam.
Oh, hi.
Thanks for joining. We just finished our sandwiches.
We made grilled cheese and I burned them, but they were still really good.
They were so good.
And we have some soup left.
Yeah, so we're going to drink this soup in a little bit.
Okay, the other piece of news that is funny is, I don't know if anyone else saw this, but there was a Subway sandwiches store in California. Someone tested, like, a large quantity of their tuna mixture and discovered that there was no tuna, that there was 0% tuna in it. And they actually can't really identify what the substance is. So there's that part of the story. And then
a mixture of various concoctions. What?
And Subway's saying that this is a completely false allegations. I don't know. But then
they also have cake bread. Their bread's just cake.
All of it? Or?
Yeah, the Subway bread is like a certain percentage. It has a certain amount of sugar in it. And so European countries are classifying it as cake. It's not really bread, funny. It's cake.
Ew. Oh my God.
It's hilarious.
So then this vegan fish company, I think it's called Good Catch.
Is this the one that was on... No, this isn't the one that was on...
I really don't
Seaspiracy.
know. I really don't know because they all have very similar branding.
Yeah, true.
Like it even looks like, I think Earthling Ed has his own like fish restaurant too. I'm confused. But anyway, so they brought their food truck and they parked outside and they gave away free vegan tuna sandwiches. And now...
And look, it says our way.
Subway has taken legal action. And I just think that's really funny.
That is really funny.
But I do wonder, like, what is this tuna substance that they're...
Yeah, that Subway's feeding them, or that
Subway is feeding them, because I'm sure I'm sure they'll give you their ingredient list.
It's so true. And Marley brought up a good point before stream as well, that oftentimes vegans are the butt of the joke, like, oh, well, what even is that made out of?
So processed.
Vegan. What is that? And then in this circumstance, we're like, do you even know what your stuff is? Is it a mixture of concoctions?
That's the hilarious part.
The irony of it.
Yeah.
It's hilarious. Hee hee. Anyway, so that's real funny.
Yeah.
And do we want to talk? Oh, hang on. We got some stuff. Mom says, yep, got caught on a few things, though. And yes, show people how good the food is. Tofu is so good, and who knew? I had it once, and based on the experience from that, thanks for teaching me. Love you, Mom. I hope to continue to make you lots of vegan yums. Taylor says, I'm trying to get my dad to eat plant-based. He has heart issues on his side. On his side. High cholesterol. I bought him the book, How to Reverse Heart Disease.
Cool.
That's fantastic. I think that's great. Just getting them resources that show you. I think also if he's willing to watch a documentary, then Forks Over Knives talks about heart health. And that's a great one to watch. And it's free on their website because it's existed on this earth for 10 years.
I think that sometimes, so my dad is similar as well, but the hang up with my dad is that because the field of nutrition is like the research is so new, he kind of sees like food as medicine, the concept as like witch doctory. He's like,
or like woo-woo.
Yeah, he's like, that's, but it's like there are studies, all kinds of studies emerging, and of course you have to be very careful about like who's the study funded by, etc.
Yeah.
But there are like there's credible work.
There's credible work out there, folks.
Yeah.
Do we want to talk about? We also have the ban.
The what?
The ban.
Oh yeah. So the EU is banning factory farm cages by 2027. Again, you need to like actually read. This is a pretty dense article, and it goes into various countries and what various countries are doing. But it had mentions of like chickens in cages. Farrowing crates, specifically, if you don't know what a farrowing crate is, it's when pregnant pigs are essentially put into the, I don't know if you've ever seen the pictures, they're horrifying, like these tiny crates where they can't actually move.
And this is where they like feed their babies too, right?
Yes. So they're doing away with that, which is great. Unfortunately, like cage-free still results in these animals dying. So would love to see it all gone. Like to look at those pigs after having met the pigs we met.
They were so sweet. And they'd make little pig noise. They were so much like dogs. They were always wagging their little tails.
Also, they were really smart. Like when we entered their like sort of field that they were in, they had a really big, huge enclosure. She kind of, the owner of the farm kind of like called to them, and they all sort of like came and peeked out like one by one, all these like little pigs peeking out from, they have like little houses almost, so they can be like in the shade and stuff. They were,
and then they were running towards us. That was so cute.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it was so cute. Yeah, so we're happy. Progress is progress. Great. And then we also have the rainforest.
Oh yeah, good God. So Plant-Based News says that the Amazon rainforest now emits more CO2 than it absorbs for the first time. And if you go into this article, as I think like a lot of people learned last time the Amazon rainforest was considerably on fire, I think it was 2019, is that most of the area cleared in the Amazon is for soybean production for the animals. And then people like to be like, well, vegans eat soy, and it's like, that's not the soy for us.
That is not our soy. Yep. Pretty annoying.
Yeah.
Taylor says my dad watches too much Joe Rogan, I guess. Yeah. I want Joe Rogan to have Earthling Ed on his podcast so freaking bad.
We should start a
petition. It hurts. We should. He won't listen though. Joe does whatever he wants.
Does whatever he wants.
He does whatever he wants. Ugh. Emily, that's such a win. Even if it isn't 100% perfect, ideal win. Yeah. 100%.
So anyone can go. They do do tours, and I think they sell tickets obviously, because then that's like a donation to them. And we're like just invited to come, but we made a significant donation to them with like not just ourselves, but like our friends and family helped gave us a big donation. So
and what's really fun, maybe we'll link the website to this sanctuary down in the description right now, or I'll put it in the chat. So you guys can check it out, because you can also
sponsor
an animal for like $20 a month. You can sponsor.
Well, different animals have different like kind of sponsorship points. Like that's how they
organize
it. But one of the coolest things to find out was that while some animals come in and, you know, like the occasional animal will cost like 10 grand, like they have some sort of like very unfortunate issue, but a lot of the animals, it's just a question of like $40 for like medication or shots.
Life-changing medication.
And that's all they need. They said that the most costly thing that they spend money on, I thought it would be feed for them. It's actually vet fees.
Yeah.
But yeah, again, like if you just donate like $50, like you might think that might not go very far, but it really does. Like it can change an animal's entire life.
There was one specific case that she mentioned where I think a pig or a goat came in and was blind, and all it needed was $60 medication to make it be able to see again, which I think is fantastic. So a little goes a long way. Ooh, Mehek's gonna go try and check it out this weekend. That's amazing. We hope you like it. It's so fun, and all the animals are so cool. And
it's very far though. It's like 3 hours.
Yeah, it is.
But there's one closer to Toronto. I don't know where you're. I know that you're fairly local, Mehek. But there's one called Glow, GLO Farm Sanctuary that's like an hour north of here. Which I'd like to check out as well.
Yeah, we should. Yeah. Let us know. I mean, you'll see the vlog when it comes out, but let us know in the comments of that one.
If you want more farm content, I could spend all day there. If I lived closer to Charlotte's or any farm sanctuary, I would definitely volunteer.
Yeah, definitely. I think be wonderful.
Yes.
So good. All right. Let us know if anyone has any questions as well. Did we want to talk about this?
I think, let's get some opinions on this.
Okay.
This is like a little bit spicy.
Yeah, it's a little spicy. So do you want to go? Do you want to?
I'll narrate. Okay, so essentially there is a restaurant. We posted a TikTok and a reel of yesterday and today.
Yeah.
That we've been to before together, but Taylor went. They recently redid their menu. They're called TVX, which stands for the Veg Extremist. They are, of course, in Toronto, in Kensington Market, and they do kind of like South Asian fusion, but like it's very like their own spin on it.
Yeah.
The owner was trained in South Asia. I'm not sure which countries, but he's a white guy, and he had a problematic past. Like he had a lot of drug use, and basically in 2019 he issued this statement basically. And you can see it on his Instagram where he's like, I was a really bad person that would like write things on Facebook, for example, for shock. I made sexist statements, and I'm really sorry about it. It's not who I am anymore. And so essentially we get a lot of TikTok comments that like support or don't support certain things, but someone pointed out to us in the comments, or not pointed out, said that...
They said essentially like, oh, the food looks good, but the guy who makes it is a known abuser and shouldn't be. And then also the fact that he's a white man who makes South Asian food. They didn't like that.
Yeah. So we wrote back that we were aware of what he said about his own behavior, the statement that he made in 2019, but that we haven't heard anything more recently.
Yeah.
And we also haven't heard any like allegations of anything else. Like we're in all kinds of vegan groups and whatnot.
Yeah.
So we responded back and like thanked them for their comment and encouraged them to like reach out to us if we should know something else.
And they just sort of.
They didn't love that.
They didn't love it. And then we just wanted to, I guess, bring it up to y'all and get your opinions about like second chances or people who kind of like denounce their past. And then are still in the industry.
There are a couple figures like this in the Toronto scene. There's another chef who last year was outed for problematic behavior towards trans people, towards women, and he's like definitely been widely canceled. But this other chef that we're talking about, like
I don't think in the industry he had any issues with anyone in the industry
that are like at least publicly
spoken about.
And
I don't believe any as far as we know, we don't know if anyone has actually come out and like accused him of these things. But I guess if this person knew about it, then there must be. But they didn't seem to any see,
they didn't
really
offer any information.
Yes. Yeah. And of course, like obviously, we do not support abusive people and criminals.
But I think that it's like a question of where do we give space for someone to better themselves and grow.
Yeah.
And also like keep the community safe and keep people safe.
Because it's so important.
Yeah. And then we also got thinking about like, is he appropriating with his food? But then you get into like Planta, for example, another like big Toronto company. Like Planta Cocina's Mexican food. No one there is Mexican.
No.
And so this individual pointed out that like so much Indian food is nearly vegan or have vegan options on their menu. But what he's doing isn't exactly Indian food.
No, it
isn't Indian food at all.
Yeah. And it's fully vegan. And so I don't think that there's anything wrong with us wanting to support a business that gives us the entire experience. Instead of having to take the option or the modification of the more traditional foods.
Yeah, let us know what you guys think based on our description of the situation.
Yeah, let us know because I think it's an interesting thing to think about and discuss. Yeah. And I think as far as we know, there's no other like vegan South Asian place. Well, there's Seuss, which is Malaysian, and they do like half vegan stuff, and then they do like they switch, like one day of the week they'll do only vegan and the rest of their menu is like half vegan.
Yeah, but it's obviously different vegans have different like boundaries on like what kind of establishment they're willing to support. Like if you want to support the vegan option at an Omni place, but like for me, I know I obviously prefer to support vegan restaurants.
Yeah, and it just feels like really nice, going somewhere and not having to ask questions. I mean, unless you have an allergy or something, but that's a little different than. But yeah, so we love it there. The food is amazing. It was so affordable. He's only ever been like lovely, I guess, but we don't.
Yeah, and I have not ever heard anything about him aside from what he said about himself.
Yes, yeah, that's so true.
So
yeah. But we have some people chatting. Emily says, the restaurant industry is traditionally problematic, but if people own their bad past and their current actions align with their reformed behavior, I think it's worth a second chance.
That's kind of what I said. I think, especially like when we can't just like alt-delete people. I said to Taylor earlier, like you can't, these people aren't just going to like disappear from the face of the earth. Like we need to support their them reforming themselves and improving themselves. I mean, of course, like someone dangerous like Harvey Weinstein, like we want behind bars.
Yeah.
But
or Bill Cosby.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What the hell? Anyway, Pablo says, I think we should encourage people who changed or want to change even when that person wasn't nice at all. But I'd say there's only one second chance. That's a good point. Yeah, because if you it's one thing to apologize and it's another thing to change your actions to fit with what you say you're going to be.
Yeah, it's like, and I mean, I think that's when that happens and when we look at a statement like that, it's hard because you don't know if the person is going to be genuine or if they're just saving their skin.
Yeah, it's true.
But I mean, for this guy, like he put that statement out in 2019, and since then we haven't heard anything problematic. So.
And when this other person who was canceled a while ago, when all those allegations or accusations came out, there were like news articles about it. Granted, he was a lot bigger than the person that we are talking about now, so maybe it's a little different. Maybe we need to like dig into some Facebook group or something,
Reddit or something.
Yeah, I'm not sure. And Pablo says, and I get what might bother people when it's not an Asian person making the Asian food, but it's just because we're not used to this. Yeah. Emily says, Chef David Chang talks about this kind of thing a lot, both the problematic behavior and the fusion versus appropriation debate. Oh,
Okay.
Thank you, Emily.
Okay,
I would
cool.
love to look more into this
Cool.
and see what Chef David Chang is. Where do you know where we can find him? Is it on YouTube or does he talk about it like on Twitter? I don't know. Let us know.
I'm going to screenshot that so we remember if we lose that comment.
Because we want to learn more. All right, so we're nearing the end of our stream, buddy boys.
So we're going to do something
We're going to
silly.
do a fun game.
So a while ago, we took the Chugi quiz on BuzzFeed.
We did.
And admittedly, quizzes on BuzzFeed are Chugi. And so we thought, let's just do some BuzzFeed quizzes.
Let's just do some BuzzFeed. And if anyone is curious, I was 50% Chugi. Which makes sense because I'm 96, so I'm a zillennial.
Yeah.
And Marley, who is a millennial, was in fact 100%.
I don't think I was 100. I think I was like 85 or something.
I think you were like 95. I think it was like 99 or something. I could be misremembering. If anyone remembers from that live stream.
It exists. That live stream is
there.
Check the receipts.
Check the receipts. All right, so let's get into it. Our first quiz today is what type of BuzzFeed quiz are you? Just to get started, get the ball rolling. Let's see. So, how would your friends describe you?
Me?
Sure.
Perfectionist.
I would say that. Taco or burrito?
I think I'm a taco.
Yeah. Marley famously had her first burrito on stream. Definitely not a burrito. What app do you use the most?
Instagram, I think.
Pick a color.
Blue.
Pirates or ninjas?
Ooh, pirates.
Pirates it is. Which class is your favorite?
English. I'm a personality.
You're a personality.
People love to spend time with you as the day flies by. You're energetic and outgoing. Although popular, you don't let it get to your head and try to befriend everyone.
Wow. Should we then find... Oh, so it's just a genre. I thought it would give us a specific quiz.
No.
Like, take this... What watermelon are you? I guess watermelon is the only... Maybe it's just different photos of watermelons.
Okay, let's go to the BuzzFeed personality quizzes. Or do you want to take this?
No, we'll just go straight to personality quizzes.
Oh, maybe they don't.
Let's look up.
Also, if you guys see any quizzes that you're like, do that one, let us know.
Yeah, let us know. Personality quiz, baby. Okay. Oh, no, not that one. Chicken wing flavors.
We don't have dogs.
We don't have dogs. The things your eye is drawn to.
Rate 18 pies.
Rate 18 pies.
I want you to do 18
And we'll
pies.
tell you the exact month and year you were born as if you didn't know.
It's probably just going to, like, read your browser or something. I'm a checklist.
Karen is checklist.
This is stupid. They know the trope at this point.
They know, and they're leaning into it as they should.
Okay, do the pie.
Okay. What are my thoughts on pumpkin pie? Yummy. I used to eat when I was young, I would eat an entire pumpkin pie. My mom had to make pumpkin pies for me, my brother, and then for everyone else because we would both eat a full pumpkin pie. The first time I ever got heartburn was when I was like 13 or 14 and I ate an entire pumpkin pie. And maybe it was just indigestion. It could have been gas. Probably not heartburn. I was pretty young. Are you into banana cream pie? I've never had it, so I guess neutral. How do you feel about apple pie? I don't love it. Would you risk it all for some cherry pie? Certainly not.
Oh.
I don't like cherries.
I do.
What's boysenberry? Looks good, I'm going to say. Do you guys have a favorite pie? Let us know in the comments.
Like strawberry rhubarb.
Ooh. You like a tart pie. Do your taste buds enjoy a coconut cream pie? The wording of these are so weird. I'm going to say yes a little bit. And we're just saying that these are all vegan also, by the way. We're just pretending in our minds that these are vegan. Key lime pie, I love it.
Yeah.
Very good.
That crust looks really good.
It does. It looks
graham
cracker. Oh, yeah. That's kind of like pumpkin pie. How do you feel about pecan pie? Here's another fun fact about Taylor. One time we were at a restaurant. Where I'm from, there's lots of lakes. And so there's lots of restaurants on lakes that are also by like landings. And so you drive your boat to go to this restaurant. simple concept. And so we went here, and they had a Toll House pie, which I think is kind of like a pecan pie. They just put the Toll House, I guess it's like the cookie, maybe. It's like a cookie pie. And I ate it, and I was so full from eating the other food that I started crying. I cried because the pie was so good, and I wanted to finish eating it, but I couldn't because I was too full. It was really weird. I don't know. It's one of those things you look back on and you cringe at yourself. You're like, what?
Why didn't I just take it home?
Why didn't I just take it home? Why did I have to cry about it? I think it's because I went to musical theater school, so I love attention. And I apparently also love pie. Okay. Blueberry pie, yummy. I love blueberries.
What in God's name is that?
Can someone please explain what a shoofly pie?
Shoofly.
Hang on, I'm just
It's
gonna.
only shoe fly.
Shoe fly pie. What's in it? Brown sugar.
It looks vile.
What is it?
Molasses. A large egg.
According to Stevens, the unusual name of shoe fly pie came from the fact that pools of sweet, sticky molasses sometimes formed the surface of the pie while it was cooling, inevitably attracting flies. Disgusting.
It's not for me.
Not for us. Anyway, you learned something new.
Pablo likes apple.
Brazil likes lemon or lime meringue. Delicious. Emily also likes strawberry rhubarb or apple or pumpkin. Yum, 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 yum. So shoe fly, I'm giving it a hard pass.
Disgusting. Okay.
Sour cream raisin pie.
Vile.
I'm going to say I'd try it. If there was a vegan one, I would try it. I'm going to give it a medium. Medium yuck. I like weird things. We had a dill pickle donut recently, and it was very good. Blackberry pie, float your boat. Sure. Tell us how you feel about lemon meringue pie. Very good. For some peach pie, I like peaches. Peaches are good. Strawberry rhubarb. I think I have to say yum because Marley likes it so much.
Custard pie.
It looks good. I like custard. And finally, does the chocolate cream pie entice you? I probably wouldn't get it, honestly.
Yeah, I like fruit pies more so.
Yeah. Okay, I'm done. You were born August 1992, which is incorrect.
You weren't. That's close to when I was born, but...
Yep, not me.
Nope.
You're on the cusp of summer and fall, which goes to show just how multifaceted you are as a person.
You aren't. You really aren't.
No.
Okay, let's...
And now my heck wants pie.
let's pick another stupid quiz for me.
Should we do more like this?
No,
we don't want. We want something different.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go
just
to quizzes.
Go back to quizzes, and
we'll just scroll.
I don't want to do that one.
And we don't want to do
effort.
math stuff.
Oh, I want to do the good for her character.
Oh,
because I love both those characters.
Is this like a genre?
Yeah,
of person,
like
or is this
people
like
getting
a show?
revenge?
Good for her.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
Okay, let's begin.
Your father-in-law doesn't like you and is very passive-aggressive. What do you do? Tell my partner, and if they don't do anything, confront the father-in-law. Easy, eat him. Apologize, but realize that it's not my fault anyways. Bide my time. We all get ours in the end. Be passive-aggressive back. He wouldn't act like that. He'd worship me. Bide my time. We all get ours in the end.
Yeah.
You're stuck in a kitchen and there's a murderer after you. What's your weapon of choice? A butcher's knife. I call the police. Why am I fighting back? An axe I always keep ready. My wits. I know I can outsmart them. My teeth. A crossbow. I'm that intense. My wits. I know I can outsmart them. Your partner surprises you with your favorite dinner for your anniversary. What did they make? They made their favorite, not mine, but that's okay. I still like it. I feel like that's the girl from Midsummer. Doesn't matter. I only eat boys. We know who that is. A cake exactly like the one from our wedding. We went out to a fancy restaurant. Grilled cheese and chicken noodle soup. Something cold like revenge itself. Something cold like revenge itself. You overslept and forgot to pack for your weekend trip. What's your go-to clothing item? A cropped jacket partially unzipped. Sweatpants and a tee. My Converse. My favorite sweater.
Oh, sorry.
A black dress. Something baggy and comfy. Can I see the question one more time? I'm sorry. You overslept and forgot to pack for your weekend trip. Let's go with a black dress.
Okay.
You can't go wrong.
You can't go wrong with it.
But they're also like giving me only partial clothing items, like Converse. Like I don't
just Converse, just naked.
Okay. You find out your partner cheated on you. How do you react? Cry and scream, then watch as they're set on fire. That's Midsommar. Yeah. Again, easy. Eat them. Try to understand why they did it, but ultimately decide it's not worth it and break up. Make an elaborate plan to ruin their life. Confront them and break it off immediately with no remorse. Take them out on a trip and leave them there. Let's go with, I'm torn between make an elaborate plan to ruin their life and eat them. Make an elaborate plan to ruin their life.
Okay.
Do you have a best friend? I have lots of friends. It's just hard to pick one. Yes, but I'm better than them and they know it. My partner is my best friend. Yes, but only to make myself seem more sympathetic. I have a few friends, but I can't trust them. Nope, I'm a lone wolf. Nope, I'm a lone wolf.
Amy Dunn from Gone Girl.
She crazy.
Oh my gosh.
She's crazy.
You've perfect being the it girl.
Good job,
BuzzFeed. You're cool, classy, witty, and love to teach people lessons. You hold grudges and make elaborate plans to get your well-deserved revenge. Regardless of how intense you may seem, the people in your life stick along because you just seem so perfect.
That was your Much Music announcer voice.
It is. I'm a professional. All right, I think we're done.
That was stupid.
That's a good way to leave it. Funny. I like that a lot. I like that you're the Gone Girl.
Your mom's chirping you for crying.
I know. It's the truth. What can I say? I cried about pie. Had a pie cry.
If anything's worth crying about, though,
it's food.
Gotta say.
Thanks so much for joining us,
so
friends.
much for coming on a Monday when we changed our streaming time, and you stuck around for us.
Stuck around. Is Monday do you like Mondays more? Do you have a day that you like more than Mondays? Let us know. We'd love to hear it. Yes. We hope you had a good time. We will be back next week, same time, same place. And remember to follow us on our platforms, etc., etc. Oh, and we have the memberships, so check those out if you're interested.
Yes.
We love the support. And
shirts will be ready soon for those of you that ordered them.
Yes, thank you so much.
We got some great videos coming.
We do.
Yeah.
And as always,
vegan yums.
That was a nice one. All right. Thank you so much, friends. Bye-bye. Have a good night.
Bye.
Bye.